Hey y'all, what's up? And welcome back to another episode of the Healing Version Podcast. I am your host, Deborah. Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all been? How is everybody? So I'm back and I have to tell y'all like how everything's been going, what's been up. I ain't got a headset on today. I don't think I had it on the last time I had my scarf on, but I'm back in front of the camera. I'm gonna try to get this to y'all. Now, school getting ready to start back, so I ain't getting no feedback. Though y'all ain't telling me how y'all like the videos. I have posted some on Spotify, and I just posted one on my YouTube like a week ago, maybe less than a week ago. I don't know, but are y'all watching? Are y'all liking? Do y'all want to see me on camera? Do y'all want audio? Give me some feedback, okay? Give your girl some feedback. All right, so today I am actually live on YouTube doing this. So if you come in here, what's up, what's up, what's up? If not, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to export this and put it everywhere else. So it will be on the YouTube as well as the Spotify. And then the audio version will be on all the other platforms. But hey, y'all. So let me just tell y'all. Let me get a sip of water. See what they say. Mental health matters. Yeah, yes. So let me just tell y'all. So my birthday came and left, and I am now part of the 40s club. I am in the 40s club, y'all. I'm 40 years old. Yes. Born in 1985. Yes. Oh my goodness. So that happened. Um But y'all, I had an amazing birthday. So the original plan, I think I spoke about this before, was that I was going to go to Jamaica and we were going to, very much have a blast, get a resort. And I invited some people and it started not going the way that I wanted it to. I wanted it to be all good vibes and I didn't feel like we was gonna have that. Cause have you ever been on a not so good vibe trip? Ooh, child. Go out of town with people. It'll show you they true colors, they true feelings, how y'all truly get along. But anyway, that is part of this conversation, but I don't want to talk about that right now. But anyway, so I didn't go to Jamaica. I said, you know what? I want to stay somewhere close to home. I'm going to go somewhere where they have a resort. I can stay for a couple of nights. That way I ain't got to be doing all that driving. I don't know if y'all know, but I don't like to do a lot of driving. 6 hours or less. But anyway, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I didn't want to go to the tiny cabins. I'm going to do that in the fall. Don't you worry. That's going to happen. But anyway, back on subject. So I stayed close to home, whatever. Had an amazing time. I ate the food I wanted. I rest. I got my massage. I got to chill in the jacuzzi. I got to do everything that I asked to do. I told my loved ones and the people close to me, I said, I just want these 2 days, 2, 3, whatever days to myself, to unwind, to journal, to take a deep breath, just to reset. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, I'm pulled in so many directions, as a mom, as a podcaster, as a full-time worker, as a editor, producer, all the things. And I hope y'all didn't check out the website. Like, I'm producing content. I go to school. So I have a lot on my plate. And so one thing that I'm going to always tell y'all to do and that I'm going to do, and I want y'all to hold me accountable, is pause and take care of myself. We have to pause and take care of ourselves, okay? It's so important. You gotta stop doing for everybody. Sometimes you gotta tell people no, boundaries, and just pause and reset. And if you're doing that, kudos to you. If you're not, do it. Do it. I'm not saying you gotta go do 2, 3 days like I did, but do something for yourself where you can unwind, you can breathe, you can think, you can get back to you. Because a lot of times those of us with a lot on our plate is the one that's like giving. And we be giving so much that we will start neglecting ourselves, our own health, our own everything to make sure that other people have it. That's not healthy. That's not healthy and that's not healing and it's not good for us. So my whole point of that, me fussing, is because that's something I had to learn. I wasn't taking no time for myself and doing nothing or none of that. I am going to be intentional about that moving forward. because again, it's so important. So if you need some planning, you need somebody help you with planning, I'm always offering to do stuff for y'all. In a minute, I'm gonna have a big old audience and support us, and I ain't gonna be able to keep telling people that because people gonna start taking me up and then it's gonna be a lot. But I'm gonna have a team then. So as a team, we're gonna be able to get you together. So don't even worry about it. Yeah. Scratch all that. But I said all that to say, take care of yourself, do what you need to do. I got to do that, and I'm so thankful. Thank you, family. Thank y'all for giving me that time. Like I said, don't call me, don't ask me for nothing. Don't call me and ask me where nothing in the house at. Don't like. They probably was like, we not calling her for nothing. Y'all, I was very, very I had to set this boundary, y'all. I'm like, no, no, we're not doing it. I ended up having to do something for one of my kids on my birthday, but it was my fault. Yeah, I went to the resort and forgot my charger piece at home, my wall piece, and I was not going nowhere. Home was just as close as any store. That's how close I was. So I'm like, yeah, I came back, got my got my wall piece and took one of the kids to work, but it was on my way back. So it worked out, or I was gonna have to like make other arrangements. But it worked out. It worked out. And what did I do? Yeah, I literally laid in the bed, watched some show. What's the Sammy Rowland has a show and they are catching people cheating. I forget what it is, but it was so good, y'all. I was so mad because the night I was watching that show, y'all, I'm all in it. I'm in it. But I'm like, I'm hungry. I had the first night on my birthday, I ate at a restaurant in the resort. But the second night, I'm like, I just want to DoorDash, sit in front of the TV, boom, boom. So that was gonna be the setup. I found something to watch on TV. I'm watching the Tammy Rowland show, and I ordered me some DoorDash. Y'all, I was so mad because the DoorDash person was taking so long. So I'm trying to enjoy the show, but I'm trying to make sure I watch my phone because I don't want to miss my food. Girl, tell me why they end up not even coming. Like every time I looked at the phone, it was pushed back 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm texting a person like, is you good? And mind y'all, this was dessert. I got my food. This was dessert. So I was like, maybe that was God's way of saying, no, you don't need that. We need you to slow down. Y'all, I see notice I'm getting a double chin. I I interviewed somebody interviewed me on a podcast today. So I was like sitting there in the camera and I'm trying to adjust my face so that my double chin not showing. But baby, what that means is I need to get back to the gym because baby, I was in the gym and I was getting it and I started seeing results. And then I was like, honestly, life started happening. And this was one of those situations where life started happening and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let life happen and I'm not gonna like make myself adapt around it. I'm just gonna, let it happen and just like start drowning in it. And y'all, do not do that. Do not do that, okay? I was just making excuse after excuse for why I wasn't going to the gym. And baby, those were good excuses. But that's all they are is excuses. My goal, honestly, is to get gym equipment in my home. I think that would just be better for me because of how busy I am. I don't give a damn how bad it sounds or what it sounds like an excuse. I literally would have to write out a whole freaking day schedule to get the gym in. And maybe that's something I need to do. Maybe my life is so busy right now. Cause y'all, when I tell y'all, like life has been so busy, I have to like have a planner and start like writing stuff down. I have different journals, different planners for different things. So like this is my planner where I actually write down. I can like write in the boxes are big enough to write in. Let me show y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Like self care. This is self care. Getting you a journal with something like this is bloody. Can y'all see it? Well, anyways, so you can kind of see it, the boxes, and it has the lines, and you could just write in what you got to do. And I mean, the phone is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's something about having like that physical book. Maybe that's the 40-year-old in me. I don't know. That physical book, open it up, can see it. So yeah, I don't even know how I got off into that. But anyway, the trip was awesome. The mother freaking dessert. So they took forever bringing the dessert. Yeah, my ADHD just be popping out. But they never brought it. I ended up telling them to cancel it. First, they was like, no, we're not canceling because they already made it. Mother. I don't care. I don't want it anymore because first of all, I wanted to go get in the tub, y'all. The tub, oh my god, amazing. So I want to go get in the tub. I want to lay down, get in the bed, watch TV until I fall off to sleep. No, I'm watching the phone. So I'm like, y'all gonna cancel this and y'all gonna get my money. So they canceled, they gave me my money. I'm like, yeah, because how is that my fault that y'all take it forever and I'm ready to relax for the night and y'all trying to, no, I don't want to be going downstairs at certain hours. But anyway, all in all, that ain't even no complaint. That was just, that was the divine. I didn't need it. Look at that. Look at that double chin. But anyway, so that was that. I did not get to go down in like the hotel jacuzzi and stuff because they was expecting like some weather to come in. And yeah, it was sunny. If you follow me on Snap or any social medias, I did post some stuff on my story. I had to be discreet because I didn't want y'all to know where I was at because y'all know. Y'all was nosy. But anyway, I posted a little bit of stuff and what was I finna say? Oh, being discreet, I didn't get to go to the pool, right? So the people, they was so mad because the girl would not let them in there to swim. And she's telling them, well, it's not my call. I'm just, telling you what my boss is telling me. I can't let y'all go because it's lightning, 4 miles away. It's a danger. Yeah, these people is acting like y'all. If you an adult and you be crying and moaning and complaining like a kid, like get your life together, okay? For real. Because when I tell you, I was so annoyed. Like, I was annoyed for the girl. The girl, she looked like she's probably like 16. She was genuinely like trying to like be, oh, it's not that, she was like a really sweet girl, had a really sweet spirit. Like, I can tell, like, she had really good energy. And you can't play with people with good energy around me. Like, I don't go for that. If you got bad energy, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I probably wouldn't even see it. Like, because I'm gonna want to help you anyway, help you with bad energy. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But anyway, so they was acting ridiculous with the girl. I had to tell her, I said, sweetheart, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You are saving people. I said it right there in front of them while they complaining. Because that I'm really talking to them, but I don't want to cause no confrontation. So I'm just gonna, affirm the girl. I'm like, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Don't let that bother you. And so I walked away. I go to the elevator, go back up to my room. And so one of the ladies, she gonna try to hold a conversation with me like I was gonna agree with her. Like, oh my God, isn't that ridiculous? I looked at her and was like, no. It's ridiculous that they trying to make sure that you don't get struck by lightning and then they gotta explain to your family, why you're not here anymore because you wanted to be disobedient like a child and not listen. Yeah. No, I don't agree with you, ma'am. Please don't look at me for kudos because you're not gonna get it. You're acting like a child down here. But anyway, that was that. The restaurant I went to there was called Asia. I had some sushi and some crab rangoon. If you do not follow me on TikTok, the videos on there. It's also, I believe it's on YouTube. Y'all, if it's not on YouTube, I'm gonna put it on there. It'll be on there by the time you hear this episode. If y'all in here live, I ain't talking to y'all. By the time you hear this episode, it'll be ready and willing, okay? It'll be ready for you. So we gonna get into today's conversation. Thank y'all for all the birthday wishes. Anybody that's watching, anybody that's told me happy birthday. The love was felt, y'all. I felt it. I felt it. I love all of it. Shout out to y'all and thank y'all so much for the love. I appreciate every phone call, every gift, every cash app. Everything. So again, thank y'all. We're gonna get into this conversation. It is a good one, y'all. When I came up with the whole series of the dysfunctional family, I was very intentional about the things that I wanted to talk about. Very, very intentional to the point that I made a whole show segment. So although I don't tell y'all what we talking about next, I be hinting, but I already know this series goes through October, and I pretty much know all the all the episodes. So I wanted to deal with a lot of the messy stuff first. a lot of the ugly stuff we don't like to talk about. I wanted to get that out the way, and then end it with some good things. And that's exactly what we'll be doing. This one here. What? Storm. Oh, it's a dog outside barking. She want to bark because the dog. That's why I don't like you in here when I'm recording. That's exactly why I don't like her in here. Anywho, I don't even know if somebody in here. Y'all probably like, what the hell? The dog's for the bark, so I have to let her go. But anyway, so when I started planning these episodes and planning what I wanted to bring as far as dysfunctional family content, like I said, I was very intentional. I did go through and map it out. I've had to think about what are some of the things that happen within the family that we don't talk about. We're either afraid to talk about. We never felt comfortable talking about these things. Um, yeah, I'm doing a lot over here. Nobody ever supported me when I had communicated about this thing. So, and I started holding it in. So those are the type of conversations that I'm like, I need to have with the people. And before I start, I want to show y'all my shirt because I made a reference to this. But it says, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? And this shirt really speaks to this episode a whole lot. So sit back, grab your whatever, and enjoy this episode. So today's episode is on family high school drama. Let me say that again. It's on family high school drama. So when you think of that, what do you think of? What do you think of when you think of family high school drama? Like, what is family high school drama? Let's get into it. Hey y'all, what's up? And welcome back to another episode of the Healing Version podcast with me, your host, Deborah. All right, so today we're going to get into the episode on gossiping, cliques, and dysfunction within the family. When a relative don't like you no more, they probably used to like you, but they don't like you no more. So what they do is they go and find other relatives that don't like you, and then they team up and they talk about your business and they talk about all your failures and the stuff you weren't good at and all of those things. They never talk about how dope you are, all the accomplishments, the great things you have going on. Because let's just keep it a buck. Everybody got some stuff going on in their life that they don't want the next person to know about. However, I guarantee you those same people who, got those things going on and just, maybe in this fight alone, they got some great things going on. And the people on the outside around them know both sides. We're family, so But instead of you helping me with my struggles and praising me, or not praising me, I'm not gonna say praising me, but congratulating me and celebrating me and my accomplishments. Wow. How is it that the things that are going on negative in my life, you rather talk about those and pump them up and be vocal about them and kiki about them and call her on the phone and say, hey, did you find out that so-and-so? And it's usually the person you don't like that you call and gossip about, right? And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not guilty of this. I was definitely, and I'm going to say was because I'm not guilty of this anymore. You can't call me and talk about nobody. Try it. I don't talk about people. I'm not going to sit around on the phone. And I used to. But that is a very low vibrational spirit. It's a very low vibrational spirit. There's no blessing in there. There's no, y'all like my cup? There's no healing in that, right? So you go to this other party within the family and y'all talking about the person. What happens to the dynamic of coming together? There's a need coming together. Maybe they need their bill paid. They finna get their lights turned out. Instead of gossiping about it and be like, she did X, Y, and Z and T, but I ain't pay her light bill. How about you come together and y'all get y'all gossiping ass together and y'all Zelle or cash up or comes together with cash and help your relative. That's what family is supposed to be about. Like, family is supposed to be the people who show up for you no matter what. Love is unconditional. Like, it don't matter what it is you need, where you at. I got you. I don't want nothing from you. You don't owe me no gas money. You don't owe me no favors. You don't owe me anything. I'm doing it because I love you and you're my family. That's what family's supposed to be. Now, the dysfunctional shit I've seen ain't nothing like that. Oh, you owe me. I'ma tell everybody what I did for you, and they gonna be like, I did that too, and we both did for you, and now we your parents type. Like, no. Okay. Don't do anything for me if I'm gonna have to hear about it later. I don't give a damn if you mad, sad, or happy. If I'm going to have to hear about what you did for me later, I don't need you to do it. The truth of the matter is, I could spend hours breaking down everything that I've ever done for anybody. I would not go through that. First of all, when I do stuff, it's from the kindness of my heart. I ain't doing nothing for nobody that I don't want to. If I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. So you ain't gonna have to complain because I didn't do it because I didn't want to. So if I do something for you, it's out the kindness of my heart. Just like if I give you my time, I promise you, I'm taking from it at least 5 other things. That's what I be trying to tell you Negroes when y'all be trying to date me. Baby, if I'm giving you a conversation, I could be asleep. I could be writing my book. I could be editing a podcast. I have podcast episodes through the end of June, through the end of October already recorded for Versions of Healing. If you haven't watched Versions of Healing or listen, I actually got some video episodes of Versions of Healing coming out. Stay tuned. But if you have not listened to an episode of Versions of Healing, I strongly recommend that you do that. Okay. There's a episode coming out this Sunday, August 3rd, from a young lady that I interviewed, Yasmina. You need to listen to that episode. That is a very powerful and loving and deeply rooted, soulful story. So tune in. Okay, make it your business to tune into that. But yes, so back to the conversation surrounding the family high school drama, because that's exactly what it is. I can remember being in school and I'll have this one friend and she maybe fell out with another friend. We all used to be friends, but now they don't like each other, but I still like both of them. And it'll be this that one. Maybe it be both, but at least one of them is gonna feel a way about you still being friends with the other person. First of all, that's not my fight. That's between y'all. And I should be able to still be both y'all friends. And I know I heard somebody saying, I don't want to be friends with nobody if they friends with my enemy. That's y'all problem. That's your problem. Like, you don't want to be friends with me because I'm nice and kind like I don't have no. So I'm the type of person, check this out. If you think that they gonna do some snake shit to you and tell me, they not gonna tell me because they know I'm not going for that shit. I'm not agreeing with it. No, you're not going to do it. And I'm standing on business because if I still mess with you, I got your back. I got you. Same go for you. If you was telling me about some snakes you was gonna do to them, no, you're not. You're not going to. We will all three sit down like adults and talk it out before I allow you to hurt them. So that's a you problem. That's a y'all problem. No shade to whoever is thinking that I don't want to be friends with you if you're friends with my enemy. I hope you heal, okay? Because yeah, heal from that. Um, because no matter who I'm connected to and who they not connected to, baby, I got you. I got you. You mad. And that's just what it is. Anybody who mess with me for real, that's tied in tight with me for real, that I honestly really fuck with, and I love you to pieces, you know it. You know it. And I ain't saying I ain't got love for other folks. I love for y'all, but it's different levels, and that's part of also like healing and realizing things as well when it comes to family, is knowing that there's levels to how you deal with certain people. There's levels for how close you let certain people, you know. But at the end of the day, everybody should be able to come together and help each other. And that is not what family has been about. Family is, as long as I'm ahead of you, we good. But the minute you step next to me or in front of me, we are no longer. It's crab in a bucket mentality. I don't know where that jealousy spirit and that not wanting to have conversations with loved ones and just getting to the bottom of things and just hugging it out and be like, it wasn't even that bad, girl. I thought you said this and you ain't even said so and so misheard what you said or whatever the misunderstanding or whatever it could be. It can resolve a lot of this stuff. So today we're diving in drama that plays out in some families like episodes of Mean Girls, but with aunties and cousins. Do y'all have like people in your family that's like cliques? Like they gonna kick it together, they gonna be together, they gonna look out for each other, but their relationship is pretty much tied by a person they don't like. So any other time or in any other situation or outside of this one person that they don't like together, they wouldn't even have a relationship. Like they wouldn't be as cool as they are. But because y'all got dislikes in common, now y'all best of friends. Like, please go heal. Please. I really I pray the healing upon a lot of people because the things that and I can understand it because I've been there before. And I'm happy that I had an awakening to where I'm just like, I don't do this no more. It's messy. It's like I don't like I cannot deal with you and just not deal with you. I don't need to not deal with you and also speak ill of you. Because the one thing about it, and two for sure, I may not deal with you, but I wish you the best from the bottom of my heart. And that's true, raw emotion. I wish you the absolute best. I hope you get everything you want, receive, and deserve. Okay? That's one thing about it. So I don't understand the talking down on people and wishing them bad. I've never been that. Like I done talked about a motherfucker behind their back, especially if they had me fucked up. That's usually what it be. I don't like. I've never been the type of woman that calls somebody like, "Girl, did you hear about so and so?" Never been that. I be, hey, your cousin got me fucked up, and it really be you got me fucked up. So that's that. So something I like to talk about is why family dynamics mimic high school behavior. So today's focus is on cliques, gossiping, emotional manipulation, and the cost that we have to at us if we don't speak up. We don't hold these people accountable, right? So what changes when we stop participating in dysfunction? All right, so we're gonna talk about the effects of the the cliques, the gossiping parties, the girl, did you hear what happened to so and so? You ain't got no solution for the problem. You just want to talk about the problem and make yourself feel better. Because one thing about it, and two for sure, the people who speaking the most illness and the loudest about your problems and what you got going on be having worse things going on. It's like the bully mentality. You know how most bullies, 100% bullies, they bully to block out things that's like happening, especially with kids, like stuff that's happening at home. So they like to go to school and hit people. It's they deflecting. It's they at home getting beat on. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's taking their food at home. They going to school taking people food. So they're just doing what they are being taught. Because no matter what you teach kids, whatever you instill in them, good or bad, they're going to absorb it and they're going to spit it out. So, whew, I just had a vision. But anyway, they're gonna absorb it and then they're gonna spit it out. So you want to make sure that you put in good things. You know what I'm saying? You're instilling good values, good affirmations into them kids, letting them kids know, baby. You know, um, so those type of people, you really have to step back and pray for them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them be needing a hug. I ain't hugging them. I'm sorry. I'm not hugging nobody that been speaking ill on me. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Get on my face. So that's that, right? So one of the things I like to talk about when it comes to this whole cliques and family dysfunction of high school is gossiping. Because in some family, it's the currency. But gossip isn't just messy, it's manipulative. and it breaks trust in ways we often carry for decades. And y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've overheard people say things about me. For example, I overheard two family members. So it was back in the day when people was using house phones, right? House phones used to get a lot of people caught up. So they thought they hung up the phone, but they didn't. I had them on speaker. I was doing something. I think Lawrence was a baby at the time, and they made the comment that I wasn't going to graduate from high school because I had my son in high school. For those of y'all who don't know, my oldest son, he's 20. I had him in my senior year of high school. So a lot of people looked at me and was just like, "Oh, she's gonna drop out, blah blah blah, whatever." They had so many negative things to say about me, and that's why I just smile. And I'm just like, I'm humble, y'all. I'm humble, but I'm gonna pop my shit because the the amount of people that hated on me and just tried to break me from where I'm at today, what I've accomplished is just it's mind boggling. And that's part of the reason I had to go into healing. It's those type of dynamics of relationships. Having people who's supposed to root for you, that's not rooting for you, that's preying on your downfall, that will send you into having to heal from some things. Okay. So back to that. So I overheard them. They chatting it up about me, y'all. Talking about, oh, she chasing behind that nigga. He gonna get her caught up. She ain't gonna graduate from high school. She already had them baby. She ain't gonna do nothing with her life type thing. That's what they was saying about me, y'all. Like my feelings was so hurt because these are two people that I looked up to, that I really, really love and I respect. Two elders having this conversation about me. Little old me. I'm in high school trying to figure it out, a new mommy, teenager, and the very people who should have been building me up was gossiping about me, talking about my situation. And it's like, y'all, if y'all would have really been in my life and showed me the way, I wouldn't be a teen mom. And yes, this is me blaming them for me being a teen mom because what we gonna keep 100 here? Kids gonna do what they want to do. And I do say, but most children are going to follow the lead and follow the steps of what you're teaching them. They might bump their head a few times. And this go for both parents too. Like dads, y'all gotta be in them girls' lives. Y'all have to teach them. Women, talk to your daughters. Talk to your sons too. Be in the boys' life too. I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking from my experience. But just not having like that father figure and not having a mom who was stable in her mind and body and soul, it really, I was on a fast track. I was trying to figure it out. Yes, I'm out here, I'm a teenager, I'm having sex. Like, ain't nobody told me like not to have sex or not to, so and that's not me blaming my parents. I love y'all. But I have when I tell my story, I'm gonna tell the whole truth. I'm not gonna cut anything out. I'm not sugarcoating anything to like save face or make anybody feel good. I have to tell my story as it is to me. And I'm gonna always be raw and uncut with y'all because without that, I'm just another podcast. I'm just another podcast. And I don't want to be just another podcast. I want to be the go to. Have you listened to the Healing version this week? Girl, go listen to the Healing version. Oh my, that is the goal. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna reach my tribe and they go like, yeah, the Healing version podcast with your whole beep. Yeah, that's who I'm looking for. That's what I want. So we're gonna speak life. Speak life. All right. So what happens when we stop playing along? Like what's happening with me? What's happening with you who's like not playing along? Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. Gossiping. And I love husbands that don't let their wives gossip. Oh my God. I love when a husband would check his wife for gossiping. Like, hey, check her. Tell her, don't do that. Get out that mess and come get some. I love it. But all right, so here's the hard part, right? When you stop playing the game, you become the target. Say that again, somebody. When you stop playing the game, you become the target, right? But choosing peace means being okay with not being liked by people who feed off chaos. Okay. Choosing peace. Because, baby, I choose peace every day. I choose peace when I should choose violence. What's wrong with y'all men and dating these days? I'm going to tell you know what? If you have not subscribed to my Patreon, subscribe to my Patreon. I'm finna start doing dating stories on there. My tears is pretty low. I'm finna start telling my what's it called? My story times and put them on my Patreon because I have some stories to tell. Like my birthday, I have a story to tell on that. Like when it comes to these men and they, oh y'all, this not our episode though, but keep an eye out on the Patreon because I'm gonna do that. Yeah, stay tuned. All right, so what we have to do in these situations where we are now the target because we're no longer participating, we choose peace and we set boundaries. So what we're not gonna do is allow people to gaslight us, guilt trip us, try to make us feel like, oh well, you said so and so 50 years ago. Look, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm taking the initiative. I take accountability. Yes, I said you whatever I said. I apologize. I should have never said that about you. I was in a space where I thought that was okay, and now I know that it's not okay. So now that I know it's not okay, so now what you gonna do? Are you gonna say it's not okay? You gonna figure it out? You gonna turn it around? You gonna apologize for what you said? If you're not, get out of my face. Because what you're not gonna do is try to check me on what I said, and you're not taking accountability for what you said or what you did. That's what we're not gonna do. Because baby, take my accountability and I tell you, yep, I said it. I shouldn't have said I apologize, and you don't want to take accountability. I'm not dealing with you. One thing I'm not doing is dealing with grown adults or kids. Get your kids who don't take accountability. I can't because you can't trust a person who's not accountable. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You cannot trust a person who's not accountable. If they're not accountable for you cannot trust them. They cannot be trusted. Accountability and integrity just run together. You can't have one without the other. Let me stop. Yeah, I really be cracking myself up. Let me wrap this thing up. Let me wrap it up. So I said everything I said to say. We're gonna keep going. You thought I was for the end? No, but we are getting to the end. We're gonna talk about healing. Okay, what that looks like, because a lot, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of that stuff y'all view and say, and is because you need to heal something. Okay, it's something within you that makes you think that it's okay to go and run and like act like y'all in high school. Grow up. You're not in high school. The people you're talking about probably is way better off than you, but your shit stinks so bad. And y'all be thinking y'all shit don't stink, but your shit stinks so bad that you have to go and be miserable because misery loves company and try to drag everybody else into it. And then don't team up with another mad bitch who don't like the person too. Now you two mad bitches on the school bus like you in high school at the family picnics, at the family gatherings. And let's not talk about that because some of y'all so messed up. Y'all invite certain people and not other people. What happened to the days where everybody was invited to the one home and we just all kicked it? I'm going to keep asking that until somebody can tell me what happened. What happened to everybody coming together as one under one roof? My family is having a family reunion, and I know they probably somebody out there somewhere probably like, and if this bitch don't come to the family reunion, she talk about all this family togetherness. I, Look, if I don't come, it's probably because I'm working. I work 7 days a week, but I'm going to make it my business. If I come for 30 minutes, I'm coming because one thing about it, and I'm going to keep saying it over and over, is you can't tell people stuff to do that you're not doing. Just like I went and spent that time for myself for my birthday, I'm telling you to take time for you. I can't tell you to do that, and I'm not doing it. So I said all that to say, I'm going to pop in on that family reunion, but I may not stay the whole time. One thing about it, and two for sure, honey, my people meter, especially when the energy don't be right, it go down fast. Now, if the energy good, it goes slow because I feed off of good energy. But we gonna see. We gonna see. I'm not making y'all no promise of how long I will be there, but I do want to all jokes aside, I do want to practice what I preach. Okay, I'm not a preacher. I'm not saying that, but it's just a figure of speech. What I tell other people, I have to hold myself accountable and do those things as well. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm never going to be telling y'all, oh, this is a solution, or this is, this is something that works. And I know it works. I ain't never did it, but I know it works. No, I'm going to take the initiative and I'm going to also do that thing as well. So I think I landed my plane. All right. So here's the healing truth about this whole conversation of family high school drama. You don't have to play roles that shrink. You don't have to earn love by staying silent. Speak up. Get them folk together. And you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. Sometimes people will people will trick you into conversations as well. Be mindful of that too. Cause it may be something as simple as a hairstyle or something a person wore. It don't always have to come dark, demony, and mean. It don't have to come, oh, so and so got a new man around her. Like, it don't have to be that. It could just be, did you on Facebook? Did you see so and so her? And they be like, yeah, I seen it. Be like, I don't like it. You like it? That's another one. Don't be tricked into some simple, cute little stuff, because then that could lead to y'all go from talking about the person here to now y'all talking about their relationship. Well, you know her boyfriend so and so, and he this and this. I knew. Be mindful of that as well. Okay. Um, and we're not perfect. We're not perfect beings. We're not going to always hit the mark or get things right. And I like to people watch, and I like to joan, and I feel like I'm a pretty funny individual. So I will say some goofy, funny shit about a motherfucker. But I will say some goofy, funny shit about a motherfucker to their face. Get your goofy ass. No, like, I ain't gotta, it don't have to be behind the back type thing for me. Okay. I'm in the face type girl. And I don't know animosity or no mean shit, because I'm really pushing that to the back. The people who get that energy, that thug energy, it's people that I don't know. I can't give that thug energy to my family, even the ones that I don't care for. I can't give you that rah rah. Now, if you want that, I can. I'm not saying that I can't, because somebody will try to push my buttons and see if I can. No, I can give you that rah rah, but I'm choosing to not do that because it's not healthy. It doesn't have a purpose, and it's not part of my vision for my family. Okay. The vision that I have for my extended family, for my family, there's my immediate family, which I think is all my siblings and they kids. Because my nieces and nephews are like my kids. I love them to pieces. I love it to pieces. So other things that I want to close out in just talking points is just to talk about how, it's okay to walk away from dysfunction. You don't always have to stick around and just deal with dysfunction. Even if it's family, you can choose new family. I tell y'all all the time, I have people that I've never met in real life that supports the Healing Version podcast, that supports me, that call and check on me, that text me, ask me how my day going. Thank you. Like, I pretty like that thank you is for a certain person. They know who they is. But anyway, they call and check on me, and I really, 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 really appreciate that. Like, all jokes aside, our kikiing aside, like, when you have people who genuinely like care about you and check in, like, that feel good. So I have people that I've never met that's like that with me. So if that's you, you know what I'm saying? Be open to meeting new people. Whether it's on the internet, it's in person, you know what I'm saying? One of the things that my therapist talked to me about is finding like other things, like finding stuff to do outside of the home, outside of your job, and type things. Find a hobby. And I'm like, oh my, I really need to find a hobby. I want to find something like gardening or yoga or Pilates. I need to do something like that. I want to be moving and grooving or out somewhere in nature. That's the goal. So I'll keep y'all posted about that. I did get invited to be a volunteer for a bird sanctuary. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I still got the lady's number, y'all. I need to just go like one day and just go check like I don't know. It was a really interesting. Birds are very, very interesting. I can go into a whole thing about birds. Or I've got gained a new love for birds just over the past 4 months. I won't even get into it. See how I'm getting off subject. We're gonna go ahead and land this plane. We're gonna end this episode. If today's episode hit home for you, I want you to know you're not crazy. You know what the hell going on. You are not the problem. You know what the hell going on. You're the pattern breaker. You gonna break the patterns. You gonna chop chop. You me, I'm you. You part of the healing vibe and the healing tribe. So what we're doing is we're gonna be peaceful, we're gonna be caring, we're gonna be loving. So especially to our loved ones, the people we share blood with. Just remember, you don't have to be tied tight with the loved ones. Just be tied right with them. Be cordial. If you see somebody in need, help them out. If you don't want to help them, give them some resources. You can help in that way. And when I say you don't want to help them, you don't want to be monetary. You don't want to, you don't have, say you don't have it. We don't all have money. Y'all don't got money just sitting around and just get to nobody. Not yet. But I'm going to give it to the people who genuinely been here for me. So all my day ones just listening to this episode when it's only a couple of days old. I'm talking to y'all. My day motherfucking ones. I'm gonna remember y'all. I look at my stats. I look at who subscribes to my YouTube. I be looking at everything. And it ain't no tit for tat, but I want to look out for those who supporting me right now because I made $2 in advertisements off of mother freaking y'all listening to my advertisement. So make sure y'all listen to this video. Wait, it is audio all the way to the end because it's gonna be an advertisement. But I thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go follow the new website. If you're not already following thehealingversion.com, baby, go follow thehealingversion.com. Go check it out. Give me some honest feedback. I ain't adding it to the website. I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying how you think. Like, is it cute? Do you like it? If you don't like it, it's okay. I don't care. But if you don't, I still want to know that you don't like it. But I'm just going to let you know I don't care because I love it.